Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of this week's episode of the Disgruntled Believer. Sorry about having to break this up like this, but something came up and I wasn't able to finish doing the full video, so I'm doing the second half a couple days after. But anyway, just to get right back into it, we're talking about what's going on with Iran right now. So, so the government, basically, the regime spent all this money and stuff on terrorism, and there wasn't enough to fix crumbling infrastructure and take care of their own people. And they say up to, I think, a third of Iranians are experiencing severe water shortages and droughts. And the area where a lot of the water is filtered and pumped out for distribution, it's all old and it has a bunch of problems with it, and it doesn't work really anymore. But the government hasn't spent money on it because it's more important to the regime to spend money on, funding their proxies in Gaza and in Lebanon and in Yemen and etc. That's more important to them than taking care of their own people. And the people just finally were like, we've had enough. I mean, enough of this already. God, how long are we going to put up with this? And they said, not anymore. We're done. And just like that, it's been, I think, about 17 days. And the regime has practically collapsed. I don't think people really realize just how wild this is. Iran was the most powerful backer and bankroller of terror all around the world. There were so many terrorist organizations that were directly funded by Iran. The Houthis, Hezbollah. Hezbollah was never really much more than a little tiny puppet for Iran. It was barely ever its own thing. It was almost always an Iranian proxy. So Hamas in Iran, Hezbollah in Gaza, the Houthis in Yemen, all of them are all getting paid. Well, we're all getting paid by the Islamic regime. And, the thing that's interesting, I'm sorry, I'm yawning so much. The thing about the Islamic regime, that's interesting. What's interesting about Iran, I should say, is that Iranian people, Persian people, are actually really cool people. They're really they're chill people. They're cool dudes. They're not, generally speaking, until the takeover of the Islamic Republic in 1979, it's Iranians and Israelis and Jews had no beef. They had no problem with each other. They were friendly. And the goal here is that Pahlavi will be put back in power, but then the plan, and Pahlavi himself says that he plans to do this, to then transition the country into democracy. So they want to create, I think at first, sort of like a parliamentary democracy, sort of like what England has. So where they have a king, but he's more of a figurehead. Then there's a prime minister and a president. They're really the active agents. And then they'll create like a constitution with rights and, like the Magna Carta type thing, something like all the great constitutions of modern Western countries have been founded off the Magna Carta, which was like the first constitution, if you will, of modern times, and all the other constitutions take if not directly from it, they definitely take historical and spiritual, if you will, inspiration from it. So, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to stop yawning. It's my medication. It makes me yawn a lot sometimes. Also, I don't get a lot of sleep. So, right. So that's the idea. And this is so crazy because, they were like the source of all of it. They were the main. They were the head. They were the biggest head of the Hydra, of the Islamo-fascist Hydra, and they're terrible. I mean, they murdered girls not even for not covering their hair, but even for not covering their hair correctly. Like if their hijab was off a little and you could see some of their hair, they'd kill them. There's a country where they publicly hang gay people, and cheer and celebrate killing gay people. They hate Jews, they hate Israelis. But again, they hate America, they hate the West, they hate liberalism, they hate freedom, they hate democracy, they hate LGBT rights, they hate women's rights, they hate humanity, they hate basic modern senses of human decency. But the thing is, this is not the Iranian people that are like this. It's the regime. The regime has held the Iranian people hostage for I want to say a little under or a little over 40 years. And so all of this stuff, this constant war with Israel, this desire to destroy Israel, this desire to become the head, most powerful Muslim state, the world's most powerful and only Shia state, and therefore become the official leader of the Shia Muslims politically around the world, all of that kind of stuff. And just like that, around like dominoes every day, just the chips just keep falling every day, and they just keep getting more and more screwed. I mean, even the Iranian police, and large swaths of the Iranian military, the IRGC, which is both the official military of Iran and a designated terrorist organization by many Western countries, including the United States and Israel, and many places in Western Europe. Isn't that crazy? You think about that? That your entire military, your official military, the people who are in charge basically of keeping your country from being swept away, are terrorists. Not just like you have some terrorists in your country. No, your whole military are terror. Or your whole military is a designated terrorist group. Isn't that wild? But anyway, that's the deal. So, and even them, they're like that. They're turning on the mullahs, like Ali Khamenei, Yamach Shemo B'Zichrom. May his evil and wicked name may he be defeated, and may his wicked and evil memory be cursed and forgotten. He's crying like a bitch. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say. He's crying like a little bitch. Blah, blah. You done, fool. You freaking done. The Iranian people are not taking it anymore. They're standing up. And of course, what is the typical reaction to the just absolutely insane left? I mean, look, I still have so many strong liberal leftist sentiments in me, but I just cannot align with the modern left anymore. Especially not in America and Israel. The Democrat Party has become completely hijacked by communists and Islamo-fascist lunatics. It's just it's so it's unbelievably it's sad. It's upsetting. It's sad. It's tragic. but it's the reality.